What's up, guys, and welcome back to Indy, where we're coming off a really heartbreaking loss in Week 1, where we actually had a chance to tie it up in the last minute. However, we ended up throwing a pick on a screen pass, and that was the end of that. But the good news is we did end up finding out a lot about this team and what's really going to work, because Jonathan Taylor had over 150 yards on minimal carries. And honestly, if he's going to end up running like that and our offensive line is going to block on runs like that, I think that we could really focus on our rushing attack on offense. And of course, our defensive line was absolutely stellar, getting double-digit TFLs and ended up picking up a couple of really big sacks as well. But that was only one game, so we'll have to see how the rest of the season goes. But it's nice to see who ended up stepping up in Week 1, especially as we get into this doubleheader here, as we end up taking on the Broncos this week and then the Titans next week. Now, the Broncos are 0-1 right now, just like us, and just a little bit better, just a little bit. But again, they're definitely going to be hungry to be able to pick up a win in this one as well, the same way that we are. Question is, who wants it more? We are going to have our hands full with Bo Nix, who does have 275 already this season, with 3 touchdowns, however, 3 interceptions. So hopefully our DBs can actually pick some off in this next game. J.K. Dobbins is their lead back, only has 36 yards this season. Of course, Bo also gets out on a few too, so we might have to have a quarterback contain. Of course, their receivers obviously spread around pretty well. And of course, their defense looks really phenomenal. I mean, 5 TFLs from Jonathan Cooper here in the first week, and then Zach Allen ended up having 2, along with a sack. Now, they didn't have any interceptions, but with Anthony Richardson under center, it's a possibility that they might end up getting their first one in this game. And I think this is going to be a really fun game, especially being at home again. And hopefully we can right the wrongs that we had in the last game and go out here and pick up our first win of the season. Looks like we're starting with the ball and have a chance to actually set the tone in this one. Now, even though we are going to be running the ball more like we are going to be on this first play, we do need to get Richardson a little more experience there, as what a great first play. We end up picking up 10 yards on that one. And Taylor's already got himself a first down. Like I said, we're going to probably rely on our rushing attack for most of this rebuild, to be completely honest with you. At least for this season. And hopefully that's going to help us out as, we end up getting taken down in the backfield. And that is a loss of 3. Let's see if Richardson can actually make a really good play on this one and find someone for a first down. And he's going to hit the angle, and that's going to be Taylor yet again. And that's going to be a 3rd and 1. Not too bad. Hey, you know what? We made it a 3rd and much more manageable. Question is Downs going to be open on the corner, or is Pittman just going to be open for a first down? It's going to be down. Never mind. Because unfortunately, we have a quarterback that does not necessarily have the most accurate arm. And realistically, especially on the first drive, it's probably smart to just punt here. Let's hope that we can pin them back, and hopefully our defense can make a big difference here. Realistically, he had a shot to hit him. Just unfortunate that he overthrew him, and they're going to get a good run on this first one, as someone's going to have to take him down. But a gain of 9 is not what we're looking for, because they're going to go play action here. And unfortunately, they do end up picking up the first. No way that they actually go to the ground on this, right? Nope. They're going to find someone on the out for a good 5. Come on, where's that pressure that we ended up having in the last game? Wow, they go to the ground on that. And that will make it a 3rd and 5 and a big chance to pick up a stop here as we get to him, but just a split second late. We dialed up a little bit of pressure, but he dealt with that pretty damn well, as they're going to get a big gain up the middle for a first. All right, this Broncos team is actually starting off pretty well. It's a little disheartening for us as he tries to kind of go up the middle, and he ends up overthrowing his angle. So rare misfire today by Bo Nix, and hopefully we can pick up the stop right here as we need to get more pressure. Come on. Someone's got to pick that up as we end up getting the tackle. But a stop right here would be huge. Holding them to 3 would be incredible, and I think we can do that if we can get the pressure. But nope, everyone's backed up. And unfortunately, it looks like they're going to be holding on to the ball until the end of the first quarter, unless they end up picking up a big gain on this one. Oh my gosh, I thought I switched to a different player, and no, we end up stopping him. Great coverage, though. I mean, he had all the time in the world, so I'm glad that someone finally got to him as they go for the screen. And honestly, I just need to let the CPU take care of that. He would have had him taken down for a loss. Instead, I dive right past him. And that is a 1st and goal now. Oh my gosh, come on, you got to have better coverage there. The good news is he didn't let him score, but still, they are just inching closer and closer as they probably go for the run right here, which they do. Oh man, come on, someone take him down. I'm surprised he stayed on his feet for that long, but let's go. We have a big play right here. as he's going to run it. Someone step up and take him. Come on, there's a reason why you guys are back there keeping an eye on him. And they essentially waste damn near a full quarter picking up that score. I mean, that was 14 plays and almost 6 minutes. Now we need to do something that, well, maybe not, 6 minutes, but we need to get a score. And I don't know why we veered away from Taylor. I mean, honestly, he is our best offensive player. We need to lean on him more. I say as we go to the air on this one, let's end up hitting Taylor out there. And I should have went to Taylor instead. My bad, I said Taylor twice. We went to Warren, but wanted to go to Taylor on that one. And now Pierce is going to be open on this little mini drag, and we got ourselves a first down past midfield. Just hold on to it. So let's get this ball back on the ground. We'll get it out there. And we had a huge lane. It's just unfortunate we didn't have the speed to be able to get past everyone. As we get to the outside, oh man, we get taken down for a loss. Well, this Broncos defense is definitely known what they've been looking for in this game. Because, man, they've been able to pretty much stop everything. And let's go. We need a big gain on this one. As thankfully we get it out to Warren. Just get up for the first down. And we keep this drive going. Yes, Denver gets the ball back at half. But at the same time, as long as we end up picking up a score here, we put ourselves back in good territory. And speaking of good territory, we're getting it down here in the red zone as we end up going for the counter, and it didn't work. So let's go to the air. We're going to have to start calling some timeouts here. Oh my gosh, that's not good. We end up getting flagged. Question is, who's it on? And it looks like it's going to be offsides. And honestly, we're going to definitely accept this one. 2nd and 5. Why not? Let's keep this up now. Let's see what we can do to end up getting in the end zone right here. Pittman on the slant is going to be my first read. I'm not going to lie. Oh, and he's going to be open too. That's the best part. Let's call a timeout. And since we got 2 more of them, let's go for the run on this one. Let's see if we can get it up the middle, which we can't. So you know what time it is. It's Richardson time. Let's see if he can pick up the touchdown, and he does not catch it. But that's why you end up getting 4 downs right here, as let's end up hitting him right there as he can't hold on. And call me stupid, but we need a touchdown right here. So let's get it. Let's get it out to Warren. And he can't hold on to it. My God. And at that point, we should have taken the 3. I don't know why I trust Richardson. Again, he has not been necessarily the greatest quarterback this season. Granted, it has only been a game and a half, but man, that should have been a touchdown right there. And yes, I am dumb for not taking the points, especially since they do get the ball back. But still, 7-0 here at half. And honestly, it's been a slow one. They took so much time on their drive that we've only gotten basically 3 drives in this entire game. So maybe we end up making it longer quarters? I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments. You want to see 7 or 8 minute quarters, or should we keep it at 6? Honestly, I'm okay with either. But, honestly, we would get better stats if we ended up having longer quarters, but we would also have worse stats on defense. And honestly, with a play like that, I don't know if we should go longer. I mean, imagine a defense that gives up like 400 yards a game. You know what I mean? That would be really sad to see. As they end up going short, we take them down too. But now it's time we end up sending 5 here. We need to get them to a 4th down right now as they go up the middle. And we take them down 4th and inches. And somehow they decide to end up punting. They're not going to be dumb like us, and now I really wish we would have taken that 3. And honestly, what a great punt, because we were getting pinned back pretty damn far, and we get taken down as well. So it makes me nervous that we're trusting Richardson here, but honestly, thank God Pittman is a great receiver. He ends up just grabbing that one away, but Zach Allen ends up going down, and honestly, like again, I never want to root for someone going down, but if someone's going to go down, it's going to be one of their best defenders, at least statistically this season. So let's see what we do on play action here as we end up getting out to our tight end. Who, if he could have slipped away from that guy, would have had a big one. Back to the ground we go. Let's go, Taylor. Get a good block. Let's go. And he stays on his feet, but only for about 5 yards. Let's go RPO on 2nd and 5 as we end up getting it to our tight end. That's what I'm talking about. That same RPO has been absolute money for us in College Football 26. So it's nice to see that it actually works here as well. As we go up the middle, we get a good block, and we actually pick up a first down on that one. May as well keep the ball safe. Let's pitch it out, and let's see if we can set the edge as we get a great block, and I wish we wouldn't have tripped on him. We honestly could have had a touchdown there if he would have not tripped on the blocker. Thank God he ends up breaking off that one and ends up getting up to the 15. Now, some might say we're relying on him too much, I say we don't rely on him yet enough as we get to the outside. And oh my gosh, that's Herbert. Let's go. He ends up getting in for his first score of the season, and we end up tying it up, presumably, at 7-7. Thank God we get the fresh legs in there, and it's more than enough to be able to get in. So not as many plays, but more yards than what they got on their drive that ended up scoring. So let's see if our defense can pick up another big stop right here, and our offense can go out and do some work. And it starts right here. Last play of the third quarter, as well, they pick up a big one right there, as I thought I was locked on a different player. But that wasn't the case. And here, getting into the fourth quarter, 7-7. They got the ball. They're in the driver's seat. But our defense really needs to pick something up. What are you doing, 47? Come to think about it, that might have been the player that we were controlling. Either way, 1st and 10 right here. Oh, come on. We're supposed to have the great defensive line. But they're just manhandling us right now. And come on, we need to show that power. Get over there. Way to actually tackle him for 3. I thought he had a shot to be able to potentially get under that, but nope, not the case. Come on, someone take him down. Dude, if he would have legit just kept running, he would have had a first down, as unfortunately they have a big first down now. Someone take him. So realistically, if we don't hold them to 3, we're sitting in the same situation that we had against Miami, as we take him down for a loss. Way to go, Phillips. My guy getting in there and finally, I think, picking up the first TFL of the day, as they get it out there and he holds on to it. Legit thought he dropped it, but no, we just didn't hit him hard enough, as he ends up motioning out into the flat. And let's pick this up. You can't let him get through. Oh my gosh, I did not mean to click onto a motherfucker. I am so pissed. You've got to be kidding. Okay, this could be a lot worse though. We have 3 timeouts and 3 minutes to go down and get 7. I don't think that's extremely difficult. We just did that to them to end up starting the half as Herbert gets all the way up to the 37. Could you imagine if we would have been able to break through there? But yeah, no such luck. Speaking of no such luck, we get taken down for a loss of 6 on that weak side toss, and now we need to pick up some really good yards right here, as we're going to hit him. Let's go! Pittman diving for it and ends up picking up the first down. What a catch by him. And I will say, you know what? Even if Richardson isn't the most accurate quarterback, at least we got some really talented wide receivers there to be able to kind of pick up the slack. And thankfully that is now past midfield, and we pick up the 2nd and long. Let's go. 1st and 10. Let's go up the middle on this one. And we just get tackled for 5. Let's keep it on the ground again. The accuracy that he had on that one was a little scary, and I can't believe we got tackled for no gain. But this is must-catch territory right here, as we are going to hit Pittman, who can't hold on to it. So I can hold on to the tough ones, but not those, huh? As there we go. Let's go. No, he gets the ball knocked out, and that's how we go down. This was a pathetic showing. Realistically, we do have a shot here still. We just need to make sure that this defense holds them. That's a great TFL. We just need to pick up 2 more of those. So here on 2nd and 12, I'm afraid that they're going to end up passing, which they do, but we knock it out. And that's great because that keeps the clock stopped. And now we have that extra timeout. 3rd and 12 right here. Let's get through. Stop them. That's what I'm talking about. And we got ourselves a shot here now, especially with only 1 timeout. Maybe if we actually get a good return on this, well, never mind. But still, 53 seconds and a timeout. That's great to see. As we end up going out there, let's go. We hit Taylor, and we end up getting out of bounds at around the 40. And realistically, the ball just needs to stay near the sideline and keep the clock stopped. Because even though we do have that 1 timeout, we don't want to use it yet, as he can't hold on. Can you imagine if Taylor got open on the wheel right here? That would be beautiful. Instead, oh my God, where did you throw that one? Promise, that's not where we wanted to throw that. But let's go. We got our tight end, but we overthrow him. It's getting a little frustrating, but it's all right because, no, that's going to get picked. I thought our best shot was going to be to go to Pittman. And yeah, unfortunately, we throw that into one of the defenders. And we end up losing. We had a couple shots, but don't do that to me, you sons of bitches. And unfortunately, that is how we're going to go down. Calling the timeout means absolutely nothing. And we end up going down 14-7. It's 2 straight games where we go down by a possession, where we had a chance to win in the last couple minutes and just absolutely blow it. And this time, we did it twice. We need to really up that accuracy somehow, or get someone who can actually throw the ball. But again, especially on those last 2 drives, not the best reads, but it happens. Richardson, only a 51.8 rating, 139 yards, more than the last game, but still, that 1 interception and no touchdowns. Did not get sacked, though, which is great. Taylor, though, definitely took a big step back, 3.4 per carry, only 54 yards on 16 attempts. But Herbert did end up picking up that touchdown, 16 on his own. Now, Warren had 4 for 50, Pittman 3 for 48, but we didn't get downs in at all. So we're going to have to definitely find a way to get him worked in. And, of course, Jonathan Taylor as well getting in there, too. Now, our defense, again, maybe not a ton of pressure until, like, the second half, but still, 5 TFLs in that one, didn't pick up a single sack, and, of course, no interceptions either. We're going to have to pick it up in this next game against the Titans as we advance the week, and we're going to get a chance to see how they're doing this season and what this matchup is going to look like. Because, again, they do definitely look like a different team this year as Cam Ward is taking them over. So we have 1 rookie quarterback going against our kind of newish quarterback in Richardson. I know he's been here for a couple of years, but been injured as well. And unfortunately for us, it looks like they're 2-0. And 80 overall, we definitely are better than them on paper, but somehow they have a much better record. And needless to say, we do need to turn it around, and unfortunately, we're going to have to address that to the press right here. And it's going to be a little frustrating, I would imagine. I mean, I know it's Indy, it's not a big market team, but still, reporters can be, you know what I mean. So, honestly, winning is not our focus right now. I hate to say that. This is a rebuild year, and we're, again, just trying to find our identity. So let's just make sure we go out there and we, of course, go back to fundamentals and we get everyone on the same page. And hopefully we can become a team again and find a way to actually win a couple games here before the end of the season. And look at that. Actually, they were pretty nice. Excuse me for expecting them not to be the nicest media room right there. But either way, pretty happy about that. But now we got to get into this matchup here on the road in Tennessee. Not extremely far down the highway, but still far enough that it is not going to be a home game for us. But like I said, we do have that overall advantage over them. However, they're 2-0 this season. Obviously, Cam Ward's not having a bad season so far, averaging over 200 yards per game, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Pollard is leading their backfield along with Spears, but no one has over 60 yards. Pollard with only 56, so I wonder how they're doing so well. Lockett 129 in the air, but that just means that it's got to be their defense, right? As it looks like they get some okay pressure. I mean, only 4 TFLs this season, along with a handful of sacks, but they do have 3 interceptions, but no defensive touchdowns, so they must have played in a couple really close games. But again, those stats don't necessarily mean that we can take them lightly. It's going to be a pretty tough game, and we are on the road. Let's see if we can take down the Titans and get our first win of the season. Well, it looks like we're starting with the ball again, so let's see if we can actually set the tone properly this time as we go on a run up the middle. We get some really good blocks, and thankfully we almost get up to midfield. Maybe that was just bad luck with the rushing attack in the last game. So let's go play action on this one. Let's see if we can end up faking them. As let's go. No, you overthrowing son of a bitch. Brother, he was wide open. And we had a good first down right there. But no, we just couldn't get the ball. We seriously need to work on the accuracy of Richardson. I know he's got a rocket for an arm, but damn it anyway, man. You got to get it to the guys, though. As they go play action on that one. And we take him down for a loss of 1. Come on, it's been a little while since we've been able to get a sack here. So let's try to get through. As, man, I don't know how we found that little pocket. But they're getting a field goal range here, so we need to find a way to either push them back or end up picking up a stop as we don't take them down. It's all right. Let's just recalibrate right here. And let's see if we can stop the run, because I would imagine they're going with 1 on this. As they do, and boy, do we sniff that out. Big loss of 5 on that one. This is the defense that was there in that first game. Granted, I mean, they did only give up 14 points in the last one. And yeah, again, that really is kind of the fault of our offense in the last one. Either way, though, let's see if we can stop them here, get them to a 4th down. And let's see if we can get them to just kick a field goal. As they're going to throw it, let's get through here. Let's go. We bat that down. And even though they are going to end up picking up points here, at least it's not a touchdown. So keep the ball on the ground for this drive? Because I don't know about Richardson anymore. That's ridiculous. I mean, obviously, we're still going to have to throw it at some points in the game, but still. Well, you know, if Taylor keeps... No way he fumbled that! Okay, hold on. Please, dear God, tell me that he ended up hitting the ground before that ball came out. Oh, man. And let's see. It looks like he still got the ball. And the ground looks like it caused the fumble. So it looks like we are getting this ball back, but my goodness, man, that is a very, very scary one right there. We can't have two. Oh, no. That's bad, too. Warren goes down with a bruised shoulder. So let's end up keeping him out. Again, he's a rookie this season. Someone who I think is going to be a really good player for us in these coming years. So make sure that he ends up getting healthy and he doesn't have anything that's more long-term. So we get stopped at the line. Now let's go to the air. Let's see what we can end up doing on this one, as we're going to get that to downs, but only for a gain of 3. They were all over him. And unfortunately, we couldn't do much about that as we throw that out of range. It's going to be 4th and 7. Again, man, it is really tough to rely on Richardson because he has been just not accurate at all, as we don't get a huge punt on this one. Oh my gosh, and he breaks off that too. That just means that we need to play better defensively too and be able to pick up a stop. Preferably some kind of turnover, as we don't get that there, and we do end up picking them up for only a gain of 7. Now come on, time to send 6 at the rookie right here, especially since we know they're in a passing situation. Never mind, because he is back in the backfield now. And they do end up going for the sweep to the outside, but we stop him for a loss. And honestly, what a great way to end the first quarter. And that's not a great way to start the second quarter, as they pick up the first to almost midfield. Come on, we need to have some better plays out here by this defense, because that's pathetic, man. 3rd and 5, we should have been able to pick up that stop. Unfortunately, our man has not been great, but we have been getting TFLs. Now, again, if only the rest of the defense can do as well as the defensive line. Come on, get through there. Let's get some kind of stop. Thank you very much. I don't know how we weren't able to get in there, but this is a big play right here. Buckner, I am trusting you to actually get through this offensive line. Come on, get through. Well, they go for a screen, and we take them down for a loss again. That means we will have one more opportunity before half to be able to pick up some kind of good yardage here, as that is a horrible return. So since we have so much time, let's just put it on the ground right here. Let's see what we do to get a good gain, as we get some good blocks, but only 5. And honestly, 5 is better than what I guess we usually get. So, hey, we'll take that all day. And there we go. We end up hitting him. And one of our tight ends ends up picking up a good gain there. Just to avoid the disrespect, I won't try to pronounce his name. So let's just go for the run to the outside. We get some good blocks. Little juke around him. Oh, but he ends up stopping us just past midfield. It's a little better of a move, and I think he would have had it. So let's go to the outside yet again, but we do not get beyond him this time. So maybe the play that we lost on in week 1, but we're going to give it a shot here. With the screen passes, we get good blocks. We get back up. Let's go. Great move down to the 30. After 2-minute warning, we do have 3 timeouts, and we only have 30 yards to go to get into the end zone. As we go up the middle, but we get stopped. I mean, technically it was a gain, so that's a positive. Let's see if we can actually build on that this time now. Question is, who is going to get open, as that's going to be Downs, who ends up picking it up all the way up to the 23. We're going to end up hurrying up on this one. Why? I'm not 100% sure, but we're going to do it anyways, damn it. 1:10 left. Send him in motion yet again. Little stutter step. Come back. They're going with him. We're going to hit that angle. And yeah, that was a bad idea. So we're not going to make the same mistake that we ended up making in that last game. So we're going to actually end up taking the field goal here. We just need to make sure it's on target. And it's through the uprights. But now it's up to the defense to be able to pick up a big stop right here. Because they do have 59 seconds in all 3 timeouts. We just need to make sure that they don't pick up any points here before half. I can't believe we gave them so much time to come back here. That's all right. They're just going to go with a run up the middle. We pick up a stop. So as we wind it down to the end of the half, we just can't allow a big play right here. There's 15 seconds left. They go up the middle. And again, just make sure we stop them. And not going to lie, if they really did want to try to get points, they did not work the clock the way that they should have. 11 seconds left. And they're on the verge of getting a first down, as we end up picking up the stop, and they got 5 seconds left. So probably going to be the last play of the half right here, We need to make sure that we don't allow them to end up picking up anything, as they do end up going short here, and we knock them out. And that is going to be the end of the half. It's a boring game, tied 3-3, but at least we're actually in this one and on the verge of giving them their first loss of the season. But again, that's going to require a stop right after half and a touchdown as well on our behalf. And realistically, do we trust Richardson much? Because if not, we might actually run the ball up until third down if it ever gets to that point. But honestly, we're thinking about it way too much right now as they end up going for the RPO. And I said we're all over that, but I was a little worried for a second as they go for the run, and no, play action, and we end up taking them down again. And the defense is actually starting off really well here. Come on. No 9 yards. Are you kidding me? More. Where were you on that one? Realistically, man is just not our strong suit. I guess we need to go back into zone more often than not. I'm glad we do well on first and second down, but third down is where it really kind of matters. So let's see what we can do to get them to another one and actually be able to hold them this time. Granted, it does look like they are getting into field goal range as they pick up the catch. And we're going back into man because we are... Oh, let's go! Interception by Moore. What a great play. And maybe I shouldn't have talked shit about us being in man. Great play right there, and we get a big turnover. Well, Cam shouldn't have thrown that little slant, huh? Oh, man, should have thought twice about that one as we pick up a little gain of 3. So let's keep this right up the middle. We only have 36 passing yards. However, we've been doing a little better on the ground. But realistically, we do need to go through the air on this one to be able to pick this one up. As that's going to be to Warren. Come on, you got to push him ahead. I can't believe we're doing this, but we're trusting our fullback. And you know who our fullback is? That rookie tight end. Let's go, Warren. I trust you, buddy. Get up there. That's a big first down. Keep the drive going. We do end up going down a lineman right there, though, which is a little upsetting. But at least we still have the fresh set of downs, and we're almost at midfield as that guy goes completely unblocked. So we're pushed back just a little bit here. 2nd and 12. Oh, no. Mother. Tucker, come on. Someone get there. Don't let him get a pick 6. Thank you. Should have just kept it on the ground there, honestly. Again, I said all but third downs, as they do end up getting in on the very next play. And now we really need to sack up here on this next drive and be able to get into the end zone. But it's okay. It's only a one-possession game. This is definitely easier to come back from than you might think. But at the rate our team's been scoring this season, okay, maybe it might be a little more difficult than we think. But Taylor gets it up the middle. That's a big first down. Can't believe we're going to the air on first down right here. But I think the drag to Pittman's going to be perfect. That's going to get us a good 9 yards, too. Plus, that does kind of keep him happy because I know we haven't gone to him often this season as we get a good block there. I don't know how we shed that block, though. But it is a first down, and that's truly what ends up mattering there as we're going to hit him out there. And never mind. And unfortunately, our center goes down with a torn pec and is out for the rest of the season. That is not what we want to see. What we do want to see is a successful screen pass right here. As we get it out, let's get some good blocks. Nice work, Taylor. We're down the sideline all the way to the 25. And we just have injuries galore as one of their defenders. I think that was Snead who ended up going down with an injury. I can't believe we're going to the air on this one, but why not? This is going to be fun, right? Never mind. Let's just throw that one out. And let's just go back to the ground. Not quite sure why I thought that was going to work, but it's worth a shot, especially here on first down. As Taylor gets through, gets past the tacklers, and gets up for 9. So let's keep this on the ground on third down. Let's see if we can get out there. We do. Taylor doesn't get to the end zone, but gets down to the 8. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep going on the ground. We got a major hole up the middle, and we get into the end zone. And why couldn't that have come on the last drive? But instead, we end up tying up the game, but there's plenty of time left. And honestly, why is Jonathan Taylor our entire offense? I mean, he had that monster game in game 1. I know last one was a little more quiet, but definitely coming back with a vengeance in this one. But we got ourselves 4.5 minutes left in this one. Oh my gosh, we had the sack, but no, he ends up getting stopped. And thankfully, he only breaks off that tackle for 1. I thought he was actually going to break away on that one. I was going to be a little upset. Instead, 2nd and 9 here, as they just run up the middle, but met by our linebacker. Keep being there for stuff like that, and boy, you're going to see more plays on the field. Great play right there, as we're going to try to get through. He's got all the time in the world. Come on, someone get there. Absolutely not. That is insane by our defensive line. Yes, I am controlling one of them, but that's neither here nor there. 1st and 10. They're in field goal range as we need to pick up a stop. I'm hoping by changing the coverage and going into man on this one, we'll trick them enough, but they go for the run. Trying to run a little bit of clock off, huh? 3rd and 7 now. Let's pick up a stop, get them to just a field goal. Oh, someone get over on them. Come on. We needed a spy. And now we might have to use all our timeouts to keep them from just completely stalling and kicking a game-winning field goal. So let's go. Maybe we can actually find something. Ooh. Oh, well, that's not great as he runs out of bounds. Honestly, running out of bounds there was the best thing that could have happened for us because we still have all our timeouts and they stopped the clock. Oh, get over there. Nice stop. And we had to call the timeout on that one. You know what I mean? We can't allow them to keep running the clock down. Plus, this is their last... Oh, no, get out there. I was going to say, this is their last chance, like, on downs to be able to get in. So if we pick up the stop right here and hold them to 3, we got a chance to pick up a win if we can get into the end zone as they go for the toss. And we pick up a big stop. Now, we don't have any timeouts, but we're going to have a minute 42 to work it downfield and be able to potentially pick up a win. Again, we've had that chance in the last 2 weeks as well. But this time I feel a little bit better about it. Again, I feel a little more confident with this team, and hopefully we can actually get down there. 75 yards. We do also have a minute 35, so hell, we just need to be a little patient with what we see here. Let's go. Minute 30-something left. We need to just keep this going. Let's see what we can do to actually get something in the air on this one. Downs on the drag. I'm hoping you're going to get open, as he will, and he gets down the sideline and gets out of bounds at the 40. That allows us to really kind of slow down here. And hopefully we can make some good decisions here as we hit Taylor out of the backfield for a good gain of 5. Again, we still have a lot that needs to go right if we want to be able to pick this up. No way did you throw that far behind him! Richardson, what the f*** are we doing? Bro, you didn't even throw it anywhere near where he was. And I don't know if that's all Richardson or we need to change our throwing style. But whatever the hell it is, we need to change it. We need to figure that out because that's 3 weeks in a row now where we've just kind of screwed ourselves over on the final drive of the game. So now let's have some fun and take some shots. You know what I mean? Why not? There's a good one. No, that's going to get picked. Yeah, you know what? That's fine. That's what we get for trying to throw downfield on that one, as we do end up stopping them, but that's going to be game. 4 turnovers, though, man. That is so bad. And again, that accuracy from Richardson is just god-awful. But let's just get out of here. I don't want to be in Tennessee anymore. And let's just take our loss right here. And let's go to 0-3. We did say it was a rebuilding year, but still, I wasn't expecting to go down in this fashion in these many games, you know? 0-3. I was hoping we would have at least one in these first 4 games, so who knows? Maybe we can actually pick it up in the next one. But especially in that one, which was a conference matchup, man, not necessarily what we wanted to see. And Richardson, again, only double-digit passing yards. 91 with 4 interceptions. Don't at me on that one. Taylor, 94 yards, just short of 100 with 1 touchdown. Average 6.2. Definitely needs to get the ball a little bit more. Now, unfortunately for us, we didn't spread the ball around much because we didn't get many yards. Taylor had the most downs with the next most, but didn't really get it to any of our other guys. Our defense picked up a lot of TFLs. We ended up picking up a total of 9 in that game. No sacks, but we did have that 1 interception by Kenny Moore, and hopefully we can pick up more as this season goes on. But again, losing like that is a little heartbreaking. But realistically, we could just as easily be 3-0 right now as we are 0-3. And yep, Bortolini is going to be out for the rest of the season. Again, a 71 overall center, gone with the torn pec. Our left guard is out right now with a back strain as well. He is week to week, but hopefully he will be back soon. But a little unfortunate that we end up losing that one. So let's look ahead to our next matchup against the Rams and then the Raiders. Again, 2 games that I think could actually be winnable. However, again, we need to play better if we want to make that happen. We are on the road again, and they're an 83 overall. That offense definitely carrying them. That 81 overall defense hopefully will be a little bit easier for Jonathan Taylor to run all over. Because again, don't know if we can necessarily trust Richardson. I think that's something that we're going to have to look when we look at the college players And once we get later in the season, maybe halfway through, we'll actually look at who's up here, and maybe we can actually see who we're interested in potentially putting atop our board. Because being 0-3 right now does not give me a lot of hope for the rest of the season. And if that's the case, maybe we actually get a really good pick in the draft this next season. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to go down and drop a like. If you're new, subscribe. And we'll see you guys next week against the Rams.